and welcome back to English Free Conversations. I'm Mike.
And I'm Robin. This podcast is designed to help you improve your English, especially if you already understand some of the basics but want to feel more confident in real conversations.
We speak slowly and use simple words so that you can follow along easily.
If you are enjoying our lessons and finding them helpful, please like and subscribe to our channel. Let's dive in.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our podcast, English Free Conversations. I am your host, Mike, and I am very happy to be here with you today.
And I am Robin. Hello, everyone. We are so excited to have you listening to us. If you are learning English and you want to improve your listening skills, you are in the right place. We speak slowly and clearly so you can understand every word.
That is right, Robin. Our goal is to help you learn real English. Not just the English from textbooks, but the English that people speak every day. In today's episode, we have a very special topic. We are going to talk about everyday useful phrases. These are the phrases you need to survive and thrive in an English-speaking environment.
This is such an important topic, Mike. When I was learning a second language, knowing these small phrases saved me many times. They help you sound polite, they help you ask for things, and they help you understand others better. We will look at greetings, asking for clarification, being polite, and saying goodbye.
Exactly. We want you to feel confident when you walk out the door. So let's start at the very beginning. Let's imagine you see a friend or a colleague. Usually we say hello or hi, but there are other ways to greet people. One very common phrase is, "How is it going?"
Yes, that is a great one. How is it going? Let's stop for a moment and look at this phrase. How is it going? How is it going? How is it going? This is a question. It means, how are you, or how is your life? It is friendly and casual. You can use it with friends, neighbors, or people you know well.
And how do you answer this question, Robin? If someone asks me, "How is it going?" what should I say?
That is a good question, Mike. You can say I am fine, but a more natural answer is pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Here, the word pretty does not mean beautiful. In this phrase, pretty means quite or very. So pretty good means I am quite good. It is a very positive and common answer.
I use pretty good all the time. It is short and easy to say. Now, imagine you are meeting someone for the first time. Maybe it is a new colleague at work or a friend of a friend. After you tell them your name, there's a very nice phrase you should use. It is nice to meet you.
Oh yes, that is essential. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. This phrase means I am happy that I met you. It is polite and friendly. You only say this the first time you meet someone. If you see them the next day, you do not say nice to meet you again. You just say nice to see you.
That is a very important difference. Nice to meet you is for the first time. Nice to see you is for the second, third, or fourth time. Okay, let's move on to another situation. Imagine you are in a coffee shop or a restaurant. You want to order a drink. Many students say, "I want coffee," but that can sound a little bit rude or too direct.
I agree, Mike. In English, we like to be very polite. Instead of saying I want, we use the phrase I would like. I would like. I would like. I would like. This is the polite form of I want. For example, you can say I would like a cup of coffee, please. Or, I would like the chicken sandwich. It sounds much softer and nicer.
It really does. And usually the waiter will ask you a question like, "Do you want milk with that?" If you say yes, you should say yes, please. If you say no, you should say no, thank you. But there is another phrase for saying no politely. It is, "I am good, thank you."
That is a very native phrase. I am good. I am good. I am good. In this context, it means no, I do not need anything else. If the waiter asks, would you like more water? You can simply say, I am good. Thanks. It is polite but firm. It means you are satisfied with what you have.
Now, let's talk about a situation where you make a small mistake. Maybe you bump into someone on the street, or you sneeze loudly in a quiet room. You need to apologize. Of course, you can say, I am sorry. But another very useful phrase is, excuse me.
Yes, excuse me is very versatile. Versatile means you can use it in many different ways. Let's practice the pronunciation. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. You can use this when you want to get past someone in a crowded place. You say, excuse me, and they will move. You can also use it to get someone's attention before you ask a question. For example, excuse me, do you know what time it is?
That is right. And sometimes we do not hear what the other person said. This happens a lot when you are learning a new language. Maybe the person spoke too fast. It is okay to ask them to say it again. A great phrase for this is, could you repeat that, please?
This is a lifesaver for beginners. Could you repeat that, please? Could you repeat that, please? Could you repeat that, please? The word repeat means to say it again. Using could makes it very polite. You are asking for a favor. Do not be afraid to use this phrase. Native speakers use it all the time too when they do not hear well.
Another way to say this, which is a little more informal, is simply, sorry, I didn't catch that. Catch, catch, catch. In this sentence, catch does not mean to catch a ball with your hands. It means to hear or to understand. So, sorry, I didn't catch that means. Sorry, I did not hear what you said.
I like that one, Mike. It sounds very natural. Now, what if you understand the words, but you do not understand the meaning? For example, someone uses a difficult word. You can ask, what does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? This is the best way to learn new vocabulary. You ask the person to explain the definition.
Yes, never be afraid to ask questions. People are usually happy to help you. Let's change the situation now. Let's talk about making plans. You want to invite a friend to the cinema or to dinner. A very useful phrase is, are you free?
Simple and effective. Are you free? Are you free? Are you free? This question asks if the person has free time. For example, are you free on Friday night? Or, are you free to talk right now? If the answer is yes, they might say, yes, I am available. If the answer is no, they might say, sorry, I am busy.
And if you want to suggest an idea, you can use the phrase let's, 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 let's. This is short for let us. We use it to make a suggestion for everyone. For example, let's go to the park, or let's have pizza for dinner. It is a very positive way to make a plan.
I love pizza, so I would definitely say yes to that. But what if you are not sure? What if you need to think about it? You can say, I will let you know. I will let you know. I will let you know. This is a very useful phrase. It means I will give you an answer later. Maybe you need to check your schedule or ask your family. You tell your friend, I will let you know.
That is a very respectful way to delay your answer. Now, let's talk about thanking people. We all know thank you, but sometimes we want to say more than just thank you. If someone does a big favor for you, you can say, I really appreciate it.
Oh, that is a beautiful phrase. Appreciate. Appreciate, appreciate. To appreciate means to be grateful for something. When you say I really appreciate it, you are showing that you truly value their help. It is stronger and deeper than a simple thank you.
And how do you respond when someone says thank you to you? You can say you are welcome, but in casual conversation, especially in America, we often say, no problem, no problem, no problem. This means it was not difficult for me to help you. It makes the other person feel comfortable.
Another one I like is anytime, 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 anytime. This is very friendly. It means I am happy to help you at any time. You can use this with good friends or family members. It shows you are very willing to support them.
Robin, sometimes we have to leave a conversation. Maybe we are in a rush. We cannot just walk away. We need a phrase to end the conversation politely. A good one is, I have to get going.
Yes, that is perfect for ending a chat. I have to get going. I have to get going. I have to get going. It means I need to leave now. Usually you follow this with a reason. For example, I have to get going. I have a meeting in 5 minutes. It explains why you are leaving so the other person does not feel bad.
And after you say you have to go, you need to say goodbye. A classic phrase is see you later, see you later, see you later. This is short for I will see you later. It is a friendly promise that you will meet again. Even if you do not know when, it is a nice way to say bye.
Another one that is very popular these days is have a good one. Have a good one. Have a good one. This is interesting because we do not say have a good day or have a good night. We just say one. It covers everything. It is very casual and very common in shops or with colleagues.
I use have a good one every day. It is easy to remember. Now, let's think about agreeing with people. If you are talking and you think the other person is right, you want to show agreement. You can say exactly, 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 exactly. This word means I agree completely. It is 100% correct. It is a strong way to support what the other person is saying.
And if you are not sure, if you are maybe 50% agreeing, you can say maybe. Or you can say, I guess so. I guess so. I guess so. I guess so. This means you agree, but you are not completely certain. It is a softer way to say yes.
Robin, we have covered so many useful phrases. I think we should talk about one more category before we review. What about asking for help? If you are carrying heavy bags or you cannot open a door, what do you say?
The best phrase is, can you give me a hand? Can you give me a hand? Can you give me a hand? This is an idiom. An idiom is a phrase where the meaning is not literal. We are not asking for a physical hand. We are asking for help. Can you give me a hand means, can you help me? It is commonly used for physical tasks, like moving furniture or carrying boxes.
That is a great explanation. And if the task is not physical, maybe you need help with a computer problem. You can simply ask, could you help me with this? It is polite and direct. Okay, Robin. I think we have given our listeners a lot of tools today. These phrases are like keys that open doors to better conversations.
I agree, Mike. It might feel like a lot of information, but do not worry. You do not need to memorize everything today. The important thing is to start using 1 or 2 new phrases.
Exactly. So, let's do a review. We will go through the main topics we discussed and remind you of the key phrases. This is the best way to make sure the information stays in your brain.
Okay, let's start with greetings. We learned that instead of just, hello, we can say, how is it going? And a good answer is pretty good. Remember, pretty here means very or quite.
Then we talked about meeting people. For the first time, we say nice to meet you. But if we have met before, we say nice to see you.
In the restaurant or cafe, we learn to be polite. We do not say I want. We say I would like. For example, I would like a salad. And if we do not need anything else, we say I am good. Thank you.
We also discussed apologies and getting attention. Excuse me is the magic phrase. You use it to move past people or to start a question. If you make a mistake, you can say, I am sorry.
And very importantly, if you do not understand, ask for help. We learned the phrase, could you repeat that, please? And also the casual version. Sorry, I didn't catch that.
When making plans, we use the question, are you free? If you want to make a suggestion, use the word let's, like, let's go to the cinema. And if you need time to decide, say, I will let you know.
We talked about gratitude. If you are very thankful, say, I really appreciate it. If someone thanks you, you can reply with, no problem or anytime.
Finally, for leaving a conversation, we learned I have to get going. And for saying goodbye, we suggested, see you later or have a good one.
That is a fantastic list. I feel smarter just reviewing it. You know, learning a language is a journey. It is not a race. You do not have to be fast. You just have to keep moving.
Yes, Robin. And remember, making mistakes is part of the process. Do not be afraid to use these phrases. If you say it wrong, it is okay. People will understand that you are learning. The most important thing is to try.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of English Free Conversations. We really enjoy making these for you. If you have a favorite phrase from today, try to write it down or say it out loud 3 times right now.
Yes, practice makes perfect. Thank you so much for listening to us today. We are sending you lots of positive energy for your English studies. We will be back soon with another interesting topic.
Until then, take care of yourselves and keep practicing. Goodbye, everyone.
Have a good one. Goodbye.
And that's all for today's episode.
We hope you enjoyed the conversation and learned some new words and phrases.
Remember, the best way to learn is to practice regularly. Try to use the new vocabulary you heard today in your own sentences.
And if you missed any part of the conversation, you can always rewind and listen again.
And don't forget, if you found this lesson useful, please like and subscribe.
We release new episodes every single week, packed with practical English for everyday situations.
Your support is what allows us to continue offering these lessons completely free.
We love hearing from you in the comments below, so feel free to ask any questions you have or suggest topics for future episodes.
We read every single comment.
Thank you for joining us today. We'll see you in the next episode.
Goodbye.